Have you ever watched a science fiction movie and thought, there's no way this could be real, at least not in my lifetime? Mind control, robotic soldiers, artificial intelligence with actual consciousness. It all sounds like a writer's fantasy. But here's the unsettling truth. Much of what you see in those films has already been developed. Not last year, not last decade. In some cases, over 30 years ago, and at the center of it all, there's one mysterious organization, an agency few people truly understand, a place where ideas that seem impossible today are already in testing phases, and sometimes already operational. It's called DARPA, and if you've never heard of it before, you're about to. DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, was created in 1958. Its birth was not a coincidence. The United States was shocked when the Soviet Union launched the first satellite Sputnik into space. It was a wake-up call, a signal that technological supremacy was not guaranteed. America needed an edge, something that would ensure it would never again be caught off guard. That edge became DARPA. Its mission? To make sure the U.S. military was not just advanced, but decades ahead of any potential rival. Today, DARPA operates with a budget of around $4 billion per year. But unlike most government agencies, DARPA's work is almost entirely hidden from the public eye. The projects it funds are often experimental, controversial, and in some cases, pushing the very limits of ethics. DARPA is not a single building full of scientists in lab coats. It's a network, a vision factory. It funds universities, private companies, and secret military contractors. It identifies ideas that could change the world, and then makes them real. If you've used GPS, if you've browsed the internet, if you've looked at satellite images on Google Earth, you've already touched DARPA's creations. These technologies began as classified military projects, years before the public had even heard of them. But those are just the things DARPA wants us to know about. What about the projects they don't announce, the ones still locked away in classified files? Take robotics, for example. You've probably seen Boston Dynamics' famous robot dog Spot. It can run, climb stairs, and keep its balance even when pushed. The first versions of that robot? They were DARPA-funded prototypes. The goal was clear: create robots that could operate alongside soldiers on the battlefield. Not just machines that move, but machines that can navigate complex terrain, identify targets, carry explosives, and make split-second adjustments. Now, these robots are being tested in real-world environments, and military planners predict that within the next decade, hybrid units made of humans and robots could be deployed. This is not science fiction. It is a Pentagon timeline. But robotics is only one piece of the puzzle. One of DARPA's most controversial areas of research is something that sounds almost unbelievable: direct links between the human brain and machines. In 2019, DARPA announced the Next Generation Non-Surgical Neurotechnology Program. The objective? To allow a human to control machines using thought alone. No surgery, no implanted chips. Instead, a wearable device that could read neural activity and translate it into commands. Today, that sounds like hope for paralyzed patients or people with severe disabilities. Imagine being able to move a robotic arm just by thinking about it. And yes, DARPA is working with medical researchers to explore those benefits. But tomorrow, that same technology could be used to upload data directly into a soldier's brain, instant language skills, combat instructions, situational awareness delivered at the speed of thought. And if it can be used to send information into the brain, it could also be used to take information out, or worse, to manipulate thoughts entirely. It raises a question that DARPA doesn't often address: what happens if mind-machine interfaces are used not for healing, but for control? Artificial intelligence is another DARPA frontier. Not just algorithms that recognize patterns, but systems that make independent decisions. DARPA's Cognitive Electronic Warfare program is one example. It aims to create AI that doesn't just follow orders, it understands context. Imagine a drone flying over a city. It detects a figure carrying an object. Rather than waiting for human confirmation, the AI decides, is this a threat? Should it act? Now imagine that AI making a fatal mistake. There is no rewind button, no second opinion, just a machine deciding who lives and who dies. This isn't a future problem. These technologies are being tested right now. And then there's biotechnology. DARPA has been quietly investing in projects designed to enhance the human body itself. We're talking about faster healing, vision enhancements, even genetic modifications that could alter reflexes. In 2014, they launched the Biostasis project. The idea sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie. When a soldier is critically injured, their biological processes could be slowed down dramatically. Cells would enter a kind of suspended animation, buying precious time before medical intervention. In theory, it could save lives on the battlefield. In practice, it could also be a step toward controlling the human body at the cellular level. All of these programs have one common theme. DARPA's mission is not simply to keep up with the world's technology. It is to leap so far ahead that no one else can catch up. And in that race, the boundaries keep moving. Today, it's mind control. Tomorrow, it could be emotion control. Today, it's artificial intelligence. Tomorrow, it could be fully conscious synthetic beings. These aren't just technological milestones. They are choices about what humanity will become. And the unsettling truth is, these choices are not being made by the public. They are being made in closed rooms, by people you will never meet, in programs you will never vote on. DARPA is not just a name. It's a vision that's shaping the future quietly and without asking for permission. And so we're left with questions. How much do we want machines to decide for us? How far should we push the limits of the human, mind and body? And perhaps the most important, who gets to decide? Because the future is not just arriving, it's being engineered. And in some cases, it was engineered decades ago. If this exploration has raised questions for you, share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this eye-opening, hit the like button and subscribe for more investigations into the stories they'd rather you didn't hear. Because on this channel, we talk about what others won't. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to be notified of future videos.